Cobb TV. Watch your life make sense.
I would like to talk about everybody's favorite subject, sex, okay? Why? I mean, we have the #1 media industry in the world right now is pornography. Has been for years. The #1, they actually spearhead technology, DVDs, the internet. The first use of video on the internet was
thanks to them we developed,
right? Exactly, thanks to them. Why is it that this obsession, this preoccupation drives individuals and societies? What's behind that? Why so strong of a force?
Well, when I study these things, I normally look at history, first of all. I see that in history, like prostitution was always there. They say it's the oldest profession, right, in humanity. But it wasn't in today's kind of explosion dimension. There wasn't that much demand. Up until 100 years ago, there were novels about love and romance, and everything was around. The whole of humanity was always kind of revolving around sex, but the topic wasn't really. It didn't belong to just the sex and that's it, to the animal action. There were music and painting around it. Today, it's very kind of, I would say it's aimed towards direct, kind of blunt.
Right.
And what does it come from? It comes from our ego. Our ego is growing all the time. Our egos grow from generation to generation. Every next generation is more egoistic than the former. So we develop technologies in society and education, culture and whatnot. And at the same time, they develop sex to become more and more and more sophisticated. Look at, if you, 100 years ago, for example, started a sex prop shop, whatever, I think you would go bankrupt.
Yeah, of course.
No one would really go inside. They would settle for a woman. Today, no. You need all these props.
Well, why is that? I mean, why do we need more variety, more things, different kinds?
It's because our egos don't let us satisfy themselves, satisfy this desire in an ordinary way.
But this is a basic desire. This should be just something like eating or something normal.
Yeah, but you can see that this basic desire is growing because of our ego, and it's becoming not so basic. It's basic in animals.
Okay.
So they have a connection, say, several times a year, like in the autumn or in springtime.
Yeah, of course.
Right? That's it. They have kids, and that's it.
Maybe not enough, but okay.
They relax until next year, next season, whatever. It's the same for plants, A bee comes, takes the female part to the male part, whatever, in the plant. Humans, first of all, have no time. No specific time. And they don't need any means. Only the opposite sex.
Right.
And even that's not enough. No, they have to control it. Control the other sex. They have to change partners. Animals don't have that.
Right.
Today you're connected to one woman. A minute after you satisfied yourself with her, you want a connection with another woman.
Right.
So first of all, you're never satisfied by having sex. Just sex as it is. You want more and more and more. You want a woman, say, you want her terribly. The minute you're finished with her, you don't want her.
Right.
Meaning, so what happens is, it's as if you want to receive a certain pleasure, and the minute you reach it, it disappears.
So how can we tweak that? How can we correct that?
You only have one tiny point of contact, as if you're touching it, and it disappears.
Right. So how can we correct that? What do I need to do? Do I need to maybe, I mean, the one train of thought goes, let's do it all. Let's do it all.
No, the problem is not that, Andrew. It's, if in previous generations we had a small ego, so it's okay. The British sex. Yes.
Right.
We do it the usual way, it's okay. But when our sexual desires grow because of the ego, they intensify, we become more and more dissatisfied. We don't know what to do anymore. We try to do it with toys, with many, many partners, all kinds of changes, variations, homosexuality, all kinds of ways, all kinds of dolls and whatnot.
But
nothing helps. It's because our will to receive, our desire to receive, our ego has become so overgrown and overblown that we can't
so how
satisfy
can we need to satify it? It appears. This desire appears and we need to satisfy it.
You won't be able to.
I want to try.
Even now, you can see that you're constantly hysteric about satisfying this desire. And you constantly know that you're not going to. In advance, it'll be for only a second.
What's to do? That's a hopeless state. We're at a hopeless state then. A lot of people are in this state.
There is a solution.
Okay.
You're saying if I had the solution, I would take the internet with the media and this whole industry of sex. I would put it in my pocket and I would.
I don't know. You could either restrict all sex or fulfill it. Try to fulfill it. And I understand that it's almost impossible to fulfill.
No, you can't. Because we come to understand that the minute we touch a pleasure, the pleasure neutralizes the desire, cancels it, and then both desire and pleasure disappear. The sex is precisely what brings you in the most conspicuous way to see that. Let's look at it as
Is that what it's for? Is that what sex is for?
A very big desire. Yes, for a certain pleasure. The minute you meet the pleasure, the desire immediately disappears and the pleasure disappears. And I can't even look at what I just did.
Okay.
And a second later, and again I start searching and I think, how am I going to get one? At least that tiny point of contact between the desire and the pleasure. That's not a life. It's a constant chase. Meaning, we have to find a scientific method, a psychological one, physiological one, that will bring us to a point where the pleasure doesn't neutralize the desire, but only fulfills it and satisfies it and remains in it. And then I will have a constant sensation of satiation, fulfillment.
But you just, okay, so how does that achieve? You said when the pleasure meets the desire, it's extinguished.
Well, I got a trick.
Okay. I'm willing to hear it.
Well, I know you're willing to hear it. The trick is this. You got to rise above the ego. If you rise above the ego, because what do we say? When we've grown with our egos and the sexuality is growing with the ego, we could not satisfy it. But if we correct the ego and turn it to, instead of receiving, to a giving one, then the more it's hard to imagine, but if I could receive that pleasure, sexual pleasure, in order to give it to another, the pleasure would go through me to another, and it wouldn't be neutralized by
So there's two things. I need to receive even sexual pleasure in order to give it to another, to please another.
Yes.
This is how I do it. This is the trick.
Yes. If you could connect the other's desire, a woman in this case,
right,
to your desire, and there would be no difference between you.
But there is a big difference between these two things.
No. In desires, so there's no difference in the desire. Her desire to enjoy and your desire to enjoy, both of these desires would exist only to provide satisfaction and pleasure for another, not for yourself. And then you would feel unending pleasure.
How does one investigate somebody else's desires, especially the opposite sex? But how does one come in contact, investigate? Is it through sharing, speaking, experimenting? I mean...
That's why we have Kabbalah. And that's why it's called Kabbalah, the wisdom of reception. Kabbalah is about to receive. It's the wisdom of how to receive, how you can receive endless pleasures. And the sexual pleasure is the greatest pleasure. And that too, it falls into it. Now I'm hoping that now that we're going through such a big crisis and people are not satisfied, they don't know what to do, all the medicines that they and the props that they use, it's not going to help them. They'll come to a point where they feel they have no satisfaction. And it's especially so when you have no sexual satisfaction, life becomes worthless. Life becomes very stale. And I'm hoping that it'll happen soon, and then people will come to Kabbalah. They won't have a choice but to rise above the ego, and then they will achieve endless satisfaction. You know what? Just like it's as if you're constantly at the highest moment of orgasm, sexual orgasm. You can go mad just constantly being in it.
I won't get any work done, I'll tell you that.